Good morning, children. Welcome back to your English class. We will start our today's lesson, The Baker's Village, by reading the story from the very beginning again. I want you to watch the video nicely and listen carefully. Now open your Enchanting English textbook, The Baker's Village, Chapter 3, page 8. Read along with me. Long ago, in some far corner of a poor country, there was a poor village. Man lai hian thingtlang khor thei tak mai hi ram pakhat kil khor tak maya hian a oma. The villagers had no riches or valuables, but they were honest and humble. Chu thingtlang mi te chuan hausak na te. More valuables means things that are precious and costly. Thil hlu tak le man tau tak te an nei lava. Ma se they were honest and humble. An rin oma. Humble means not proud. An chapaw lava an in ngai tlom em bok ani. A prince was the head baker in this baker's village. All the villagers worked for the prince. An head he chang-ur na khwa hian an head baker chu an chang-ur ho tu pa ber chu prince lal fa pa ani a. Ti chuanin he muna cheng te hianin he lal fa patan hianin na an thok thin ani. Early every morning, the prince and his workers baked fresh loaves of bread. Zing tin ma tak maya hian prince le workers te chuanin chang thop tharlam tak tuinai tak me kha an urchin ani. They kneaded the flour and built giant fires in the oven to bake the bread. Te chuanin kneaded means made dough with flour using hands. Kutanwai changput kutanwai kha. Alright. This one changput te kha an kut mangkhan an nuaya. This one an chang nuai sa kha ovena khan ur thei tur khanin an da. This one in me pui kha an to lo amaya. This one oven chunga chuan an vada chin ani. When the loaves were ready, the villagers loaded their handcarts and went to other villages to sell the bread. Ti chuanin kha an chang-ur te kha alo minta ka chuan villagers ti chuanin handcarts an tolai lir a khanin an phurti ra an da a mo ti chuanin I khodanga khanin an chang siam te an chang-ur te kha Shaltur Khan khodanga an vakal chinani. While returning home in the evening, they collected wood to make fires and bought flour to make more bread the next day. The chuan anon ho lama chuanin tlai lama an lo ho lam chuanin ani atuka I an chang siam na tur manra mo chang phut te an leya tin I me to an tur khanin thing te kha an lakhom tel chin bok ani. The villagers had to cross a shallow river to reach the other villages. Ti chuanin villages te khanin they have to cross a river, a shallow river. Shallow means not deep. Thuk lo mo lui thuk lo te mai kha khodanga vakal tur khan an ka na ngai chinani. Sometimes their carts would get stuck in the wet mud of the river. Achang chuanin lui chunga chirdia ka te khanin an carts Antolai lir ke te kha atang chinani. An elephant lived near the river. He helped the villagers pull out their carts. The villagers gave him some fresh bread in return for his assistance. Kha luibul nai maya khan sai pakhat hi acheng ve a khang an carts antolai lir an nor lir te tang kha alo po chwa pui ve chinani. Ti chuanin the villagers gave him some fresh bread in return for his assistance. Assistance means the action of helping someone by sharing work. Ti chuan chanpui na apek awang khanin alo chanpui na awang khanin khang thingtlang mi ta khanin alo manatan khanin an chang siam tharlam takle tuinai tak mai kha an pive fo chin mai ani. They do not have much money, but they were happy living and working together. Poisa tam tak chu an nei lava ma se hlim takin an cheng hawa na an thok ho chin ani. Now turn to page 9. Some time later, the cart stopped coming from the baker's village up to the river. Huna local zela changsiam chuan akwa achangkha tolai lir teka luilama chuan an local ngai ta meu lava. The elephant was sad as he stopped getting any fresh bread, so he decided to go to the village. Changthop tharlam tak adon to ngai lo awang khan sai chuan poi ati in alungai em ma chuwang chuan kha khwa khan vakal atumta ani. He learned that the villagers did not have money to buy flour. The chuan khang villagers te khanin poisa kha changphut leina tur kha an nei lawani ti te kha avasya a. Besides, the villagers were growing old and could no longer pull their handcarts across the river and over long distances. Chu mei pya lama chuanin kha khwami te kha an lo upa a mo an lo tara khang awang te khan an taksa alo chaklava chuwan chuan an norlir an tolai lir te kha I lui kan tur khanin an potsuak lei thei to lava mo mun tla takkal tur te phei chuan. The elephant wanted to help the poor villagers. He thought for some time and then a big smile crossed his face. I have an idea, he exclaimed. The chuanin kasai khanin poor villagers khang thingtlang mi re thei tak te khachan pui adu ta ani. Hun rei laute kha ahanin ngai to a. The chuanin lim tak me khan ahan nui sanga mo ti dan kasya kha aron ti chuak ani. Dear villagers, I can carry on my back 2 men at a time with the loaves of bread. We can even go to different villages to sell the bread. We can also bring a large number of logs of wood from the forest. The chuan, dear villagers, mi pahni chu kapur theyanga tin changthop nen. We can even go to different villages to sell the bread. The chuan kha changthop zuar tur khanin I khoshang shanga kankal thei bok anga tin ram hnuaya mi mo chang urna tur thing te po kan lakhom thei to don bokani tam tak kan lakhom tel bokang ati ni. The prince and the villagers were delighted to hear that. Delighted means pleased or happy. Hlim mo lom. The chuanin kha khwami tele an prince kha an hlima an lom em maya kha thu an han shat khan. They started baking and selling bread again, and they happily gave the elephant his share of fresh bread every day. The chuanin an chang ur te kha an han ur chun zom le a an shal chun zom boka. The chuanin hlim takin kha sai ina achan pual tur te kha changthop tharlam tak te kha ni tinin an pele thei ta ani. We can learn from the story that every good deed we do for others will surely come back to us. So, you have to help one another. Alright? Helping the one in need brings help to us in some way. We should learn to help others. He thon thui na min zir tir tum chu thil cha mi chunga kan ti kha ingtik nia mo kan chunga alo lathleng ve don ani chuwan chuan midang kan chan pui fo chin turani ti kha kan shereng don ania. Now for your assignment, turn to page 10. We will be doing exercises. Comprehension 1. Answer the following questions in one sentence. A to F. Now let us discuss the questions one by one. Now the first question, question A. What kind of people were the villagers? Ang mingi an ni kha. Yes, the villagers were honest and humble. Anrin oma an in ngai tlombokani. More honest means truthful. Anrin oma an in ngai tloma. B. Who was the head baker in the baker's village? Ka baker's village akhan tungi an head baker kha. Yes, a prince was the head baker in the baker's village? C. What did the prince and his workers do early every morning? Zing din mataka khan prince le workers te khan ingen ti chin kha. Early every morning, comma, the prince and his workers bake fresh loaves of bread. Let me repeat once more. Early every morning, comma, the prince and his workers bake fresh loaves of bread. Full stop. D. What did the villagers do when the loaves were ready? Inge kha an chang ur te kha an ur min nu akhan ingen ti kha. When the loaves were ready, comma, the villagers loaded their handcarts and went to sell the bread in other villages. Full stop. Let me repeat once more. When the loaves were ready, comma, the villagers loaded their handcarts and went to sell the bread in other villages. Full stop. An chang siam te zwar tur khanin an tolai lira mo an nor lira khan an daa tichuanin khoshang shanga khan an vakal pui chinani. E. What did the villagers do while returning to their village in the evening? An no let le nu khan ingi an ti chin kha. The villagers collected wood to make fire and bought flour to make more bread the next day. Let me repeat once more. The villagers collected wood to make fire and bought flour to make more bread the next day. Full stop. Thing an lakoma chang put chang siam nutur chang put kha an lei bok chin ani. The last one. Who helped the villagers pull out their carts when they got stuck? Antana lo po chwa pui chin tu an tolai lir an nor lir lo po chwa pui chin tu khatunge kha. Yes. An elephant that lived near the pond helped the villagers to pull out their carts when they got stuck. Full stop. Let me repeat once more. An elephant that lived near the pond helped the villagers to pull out their carts when they got stuck. Sai khan alo po chwa pui chinani. Turo kha lui bula cheng sai khan. Alright, you will do this in your notebook. Copy down along with the question and follow the correct format of writing. And you will be notified when to submit your assignment. In assignment submit hun hi submit hun kantia in lo submit don anya. Tuna chuan submit angai shi lava tikhan in notebook a in lo ziak anga in lo da cha anga karto pa submit hun kan lo siam don ani. Alright. Thank you, children.